My name is Nancy Azule. I am the Director of Academic Program Management for Nova Southeastern University's College of Computing and Engineering. A few years ago, we started partnering with Keystone. We wanted to increase our solid leads. Since we started with Keystone, we've received thousands of international leads. We've definitely seen an increase in our international student population. It really assisted us when we added the retargeting social media campaign, because that's where we saw the difference. We've doubled the number of applications, and we started that last year. The impressions were well over 2 million impressions with, on average, 20% click-through rate. We are already seeing the results from doing that. We have more than a dozen applications now, and the leads have just increased significantly. The benefits with working with Keystone is they're able to target a population that is more challenging for us to target. And we do see a stronger international student lead population from Keystone. Retargeting social media with the Keystone lead generation has been priceless. For universities interested in using Keystone, I would say, what are you waiting for? The service that they provide has definitely helped the growth of our funnel. And the staff are friendly, they're knowledgeable, they're super helpful, and our relationship has been really solid in the last few years that I've been working with Keystone.
Compete as a full-time athlete, but still get an education. Follow your sporting dream, but keep developing. College is the springboard to the next level, both academically and athletically. In the US, you can graduate with a degree while at the same time taking advantage of world-class support systems for your athletic goals. Get the best of both worlds. Compete in the classroom and in the sporting arena. Everything is in place to make you succeed. You just have to take the chance. One school, one journey, two pathways, sports and education. Are you ready?
My name is Maria Popel, and I'm the Director of Graduate and Continuing Studies here at the University of Tampa. The University of Tampa is a big, diverse international family. We have more than 130 countries represented on campus, as well as 50 states. I've been the only person taking care of graduate international students at the University of Tampa. So this is when UniQuest helped me a lot. We started working with UniQuest back in 2019. The international numbers started to grow, and especially at initial stage, at the inquiry stage. We honestly didn't have manpower to process all of the students, to maintain this high-level personalized communication with them. Especially with international students, it's very important that they feel that all those emails, all those phone calls are directed to them personally. Even campaigns that the students receive, everything tailored in such a perfect way. So yes, there is this personal component that is actually very important for the University of Tampa. So the fall 22 intake was very successful for us. We doubled the enrollment numbers. We did a lot with webinars as well. Everything is flawless. I love doing webinars, and UniQuest has great data statistics that they receive from students. So it's very helpful for us because even in the middle of the recruitment cycle, we can adjust it a little bit. Working with UniQuest feels like having extended family.
Hi, I'm Tom Kleinert, the Associate Director of Graduate Admissions and Recruitment at NYU Steinhardt. We started using Keystone about 2 years ago in order to diversify the international student leads we were receiving. Even though NYU Steinhardt is well branded, we were seeing that our applications were coming from international students from fewer and fewer countries. In just over 2 years of using Keystone, we've received over 3,200 leads from all over the world. These are coming from countries where we normally wouldn't even receive leads from. Keystone has helped us tailor to reach out to different geographical areas where we don't have the ability to recruit ourselves due to budget, due to travel restraints. Couldn't be happier with the service that we receive from them. Their customer service is unparalleled. We feel that the Keystone representatives that assist us are almost part of our NYU graduate admissions staff. We're very happy with the Smart Engage product that we have through Keystone. This gives us the ability that our top 20 questions that most of our applicants may be asking are answered immediately. This is keeping these students engaged and really getting them to know more about NYU. I highly recommend you consider using Keystone for your recruitment efforts. The level of customer service you'll receive is unparalleled. They'll clearly explain the product to you and how you can best use it to achieve your recruitment goals.
My name is Matthew Poets. I work at the Hertie School in Berlin, and I'm an associate in the Student Recruitment and Admissions Office. We're relatively small. In terms of student numbers, we're about 834. We offer 4 postgraduate courses as well as PhD courses. I think we wanted to work with Finding University because as a non-UK higher education institution, we've found it's quite difficult to sort of enter the market and do active student recruitment activities here. I think Finding University was one of the few, if not the only company that was putting on these type of fairs, thereby giving us access to students in the UK. It's for us a key target market. We get a lot of students, primarily international students, non-UK students, but who have studied in the UK to come to do their postgraduate course in Germany. We had to look at ways to sort of enter the UK market, and Finding University just seemed to have the right sort of fairs that we needed. This year we're doing a fair in Liverpool, Manchester, and London. That these were, key target cities that we could try out. We've recruited students from the fair in London, so that's already a big success. We went into that event without knowing how it was going to turn out. It was sort of a trial event for us, and we've recruited students from it. The experience has been quite good. In terms of organization, in terms of feedback. The 3 words I would use to describe Finding University would be well organized, reliable, and easy.
I'm Dr. Roger Douglas, Dean for International Programs and Development at St. Martin's University in Lacey, Washington. My role as Dean is to ensure that the university has good representation of international students from across the globe. We were really not known internationally, and so Keystone helped us brand ourselves. Our recent experience with Keystone's virtual fairs has been terrific. We did 3 virtual fairs in 3 different parts of the globe. It was a tremendous success. St. Martin's University was outbeating Research One institutions. We were competing with universities that were 10 times the size of us, and we were going to get students. The platform was excellent, the inquiries, they were engaged, and from that point forward, we were able to develop leads. In our very first virtual fair, we were the #1 university, and this was with many, many other universities in attendance. Virtual fairs can really be for anybody, whether it's a large institution, but since we are a smaller institution, I think it's a way for us to get our name out in front of people, but also for those students that are looking for a place to study. The virtual fair allows each one to be in their home, and so universities save money and students save money. The Keystone customer service team has been invaluable, and I can't thank them enough.
I'm Christine Todd and I'm Head of UK Recruitment at the University of Liverpool. So I lead the UK recruitment team, so a team of 12 staff dealing across student recruitment, events, hybrid delivery. So for us, there were quite a lot of providers in the sector, but I think now Find a University are really sector leading in terms of the recruitment exhibitions that they offer. So we exhibit right across the board in terms of the Russell Group Roadshow and also the PG Live events, and found them really well marketed to prospective students, really professionally delivered, and yeah, we get a good return on our investment. So we really wanted to raise our profile and in particular increase applications from home postgraduate students. We saw that as a really good way of doing it and opted with the PG Live events, and we've been hosting them annually ever since and enjoying a really successful relationship through that partnership. So Find a University have always been really supportive. They're really good to work with in terms of very personable, very friendly team, but also very professional, and we found a very collaborative partnership over the years and really enjoy the way that they offer their events. They also provide lots of data and insight into market trends which can help with our application insights. So working with Find a University and also Find a Masters has really helped us to reach out to our target audience, especially through the marketing and advertising campaigns and the listings on the course website. And we've seen sign up to our recruitment events through the audience extension campaigns. So the 3 words that I would use to describe our working relationship with Find a University are friendly, collaborative and trustworthy.
My name is Sebastian Fuentes, and I'm the Associate Director of Graduate and International Recruitment at the University of Texas at Arlington in the Office of Admissions. When we started working with Keystone, it was during the height of the pandemic, and we really needed to look for ways that we can engage with students in markets that we were not necessarily that familiar with. Working with Keystone has afforded us an opportunity to increase our brand awareness beyond the use of our website. It's allowed us to publicize all of our master's and PhD programs, and each of our microsites have student lead intake forms. Having the prospect recruit component means that we have someone from Keystone who is engaging with prospective students and identifying who is a hot lead or high interest lead for the university. That is invaluable, especially when we have a small recruitment staff. In terms of results, partnering with Keystone has afforded us to increase our prospect pool by more than 2,000 prospects within the first year of the partnership. And of that, we've seen more than 24 applications come across. What we have seen is that students are opening up our communications at a 40 to 50% rate, whereas in previous engagements with students, the open rate was considerably less, especially in new markets. We are really happy to see that students that are on the Keystone site are engaged in their pursuits for education. For universities that are considering a partnership with Keystone, I would definitely encourage it.
We've previously taken part in the virtual Global Study Fair, both from a UK recruitment perspective and an international perspective. So we're able to team up with some of our international colleagues who are able to make the most of Fania University's reach in terms of international reach, but also we're able to make some connections from the UK market as well, which was great.